All right, time guys, good job. All right, we're gonna look at some more wrestle ups this week. All right, the first one we'll do is a nice one that I like to hit. Really simple, and it's when someone starts like kind of crowding you and they're getting quite close, okay? So we could probably break down wrestle ups into like distances of like long range, someone's a bit further out, medium, which I would say Will is probably like medium range now, like I could reach him, and close range as he starts coming in, okay? There's different ways we can hit this one, and it kind of depends how your feet are organized. If we're sort of playing this traditional sort of butterfly guard where I'm kind of equal, I'm on both butt cheeks, both feet are kind of together, my elbows are in tight, and I'm here, and then Will starts crowding me, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold my feet together like I'm sat in church at an assembly, and then I'm gonna come up to my knees, grab onto Will's legs, and then just drive him back. All right? So a nice easy one. So we're sort of sat here playing my butterfly guard, I cross my feet, I come up to my knees, I wanna have my head in the middle, I'm gonna grab around the back. There's different ways I could grab. I could like do like a hook grip around the back of the knees. I could collect my hands together, or a way that I like to do this is feed down to the Achilles. So he can't take little steps back. Okay, so as I come up, if I grab here, as I'm driving him back, he can be taking little steps and it can be tricky. All right, so as I come up, if I come down to the Achilles, it blocks those steps and it makes it a bit harder for him to not go down. All right, so that's like a head on the inside. You could go head on the outside as you come up and then start turning the corner to take him down. That's effective as well. You know how to finish double legs. Essentially, we're getting into a double leg from the knees. All right, so we wait till our partner gets close, we drive up, I'm driving into him, and I'm taking him down, nice and simple. All right, let's start off with that one, and then we're gonna look at some ankle picks in a minute. All right, let's go. Thanks, Will. Just drive up onto your knee, not on your feet, onto your knees. That's it, yeah, nice. Yeah? Feels like risky, but the more you do it, like, it's surprisingly effective.
Yeah, that felt good. I thought it was going to be hard, but...
No, it's pretty easy, yeah. You could do it, like, if you were playing, I didn't explain actually, but if you were playing more kind of like this and you were moving around, you could come up into that kind of style. Depends how you're sort of playing it. Yeah. Try swinging your legs back from like here to like here. I feel like it gives you good drive. I think that is okay. I think, don't know. Yeah, that works well. Yeah, the little like the Achilles block is really effective.
That's the only issue I have about they do the little steps.
Yeah, yeah. People are good at getting their hips forward and kind of stepping back like they need the toilet. Nice. Yeah, so we don't need to stand all the way up, Lee. We're just coming onto your knees. Yeah, so you just finish it from your knees rather than standing all the way up. Let's do it again. That's it, onto your knee. That's it, good, good. Use his weight to kind of hoist you up. Nice. Yeah, so it's just practicing that movement of like crossing your legs, coming up onto your knees.
Yeah, so maybe start doing that more warm-ups.
That's it, yeah, it's getting past your feet. I feel like your feet are kind of in the way. That's it, yeah.
And holding on as well.
Yeah, yeah. And obviously, like, as you grab him, that'll help you to get up.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Using your head next to his difference than putting the head on the side.
Well, there's different, yeah, you can either drive him down the middle with like a sort of blast double style, or you can come head on the, if you end up with your head on the outside, I would use that to turn the corner. But yeah, if your head's sort of in the middle, in line with his torso, and you're kind of going front in, just knock him straight over. Like forehead to the tummy. Nice, yeah, good job. The question on everyone's lips. What's happened to the hair?
Lost the bat.
What's that, sorry?
Lost the bat.
Lost a bet. Okay, yeah, I thought it was something like that. I thought you either passed out at a party or, yeah, lost a bet. Okay, I like it. I'm jealous, if anything. Yeah, I like it. It will, yeah. I'm impressed. I like it. I like it. Maybe you start a new fashion. You just need a name for it, like. Yeah, well, it is a bit Dennis Rodman, that is true, yeah. Lost a bet. There we go. That's it. Good?
Can we get somehow the techniques that we're doing in videos and stuff?
Sorry, I didn't miss the best part of what you said.
Can you explain? Because it's more.
Can we record the
Or do you have any recordings? Because I want to see all.
Well, the last class, I uploaded the whole class to YouTube.
Okay.
So thanks for subscribing to my YouTube and watching the videos. Why do I fucking bother? What's the point?
I am subscribed.
Well, why aren't you watching them? I look at the views every day.
Do you?
Yeah, and all I see is rejection from you. No views. 0
Wait
views.
a minute, because I need to do that, but you need to put them up because.
Yeah, then you can review it.
Personally to me, so she can
Yeah, I mean, I chop them up as well. I painstakingly chop them up and put them on Instagram as well, but obviously you don't even watch that.
I do watch that.
What's
but
the point?
I want them to
What's
have
the point?
in a place.
Like my Instagram profile, where they're all saved, organised neatly.
Because you have
That sort of place, is that a good idea?
I want to have
you can make a collection on your side of Instagram and just save all these posts, the one where they.
I do see every post. I like
You need to teach her. This is what I have to do with Steve. I have to teach him how to use Instagram.
We can make.
We had to help the elders in our team. All right, let's do the next one then. Oh, let me just move that a little bit. All right, this is one that I like to do. It's a good one. So yeah, like I said, I sort of didn't say in the last one, like you could either kind of be playing your open guard with your feet even like this, which is how I demonstrated the last one, we're getting up here. Or the way I like to play it is kind of on one hip. I feel like I can move around a little bit better and I'll be swapping side to side, this kind of thing. So let's just stand back a little bit. All right, like we spoke about last week, people come in a lot of the time with their head low and they're looking to engage with their hands. All right, so this is quite a common sort of thing that you would experience in this sort of style of guard. All right, so as Will's coming in, he's got a lead leg that he'll be stepping in with. I'm going to be taking a collar tie and an Achilles grip here. Okay, so I'm here, I'm moving around, he leads in, collar tie, Achilles grip. The collar tie, I'm going to be pushing over his foot, and the Achilles grip, I'm going to be pulling out, and then I'm standing up. Okay, so we're kind of doing this movement with our hands. So the collar tie, I'm kind of pushing away and over the foot, so it's really important. The head goes past the foot, and then the foot, I'm scooping towards me to drive him over. All right, so I'll be here, be keeping my space, coming up, and then we're knocking him over, okay? If you're in a competition or maybe you're rolling with someone that you don't like, that collar tie is going to be really hard. All right, it's going to be a big club into the head, and then you're going to be scooping the Achilles out. All right, so we're nice and simple. Boom. Keeping hold of that foot, and we're straight up into our passing. All right, really easy one. Okay, so make sure you're hitting that lead leg. A lot of the time, you know, for them to move, they have to be stepping forward, so there's always going to be a lead leg. Okay, so we're just clubbing from the outside of the lead leg, clubbing the collar tie over. Nice takedown. All right, let's do that one. I'll come around and give you a hand. Well, you just do the collar tie nice and light if you like them. All right. Yeah, that's it. And yeah, if you really don't like him, you don't collar tie, you just slap him in the face.
Yeah, that would be
Just a palm to the jaw. That's for moving away, mate. Hey? Fuck you. Yeah, wait, where am I going again? So swap your hands because you want to hit that lead leg. That's it. Push his head over the lead leg. Yeah, nice. And use that to get up. So once you kind of come down, don't just sort of stay there. Like I'll use that ankle pick to like hoist myself up. Yeah? Not bad. Not bad. Good job. Yeah, if they're coming in and you can't reach their head, it's not the right technique. You know, the ones we did last week where we were shooting like into singles, we were arm dragging, that kind of thing. But yeah, if you're like trying to reach their head, then it's not the right thing. But a lot of the time people will be coming in quite low and then the head's right there. So make sure you're coming in with a nice low head. Like I said to those guys, if they're coming in here and you try to reach the head, like it's not the right technique. But it's when they're coming in and they're here and you can easily get a collar tie on the head, that's the time to hit it, yeah? So so what I want from you is less of like a calf grip like this, it's gonna be here. So as I push him over, I can like scoop that up and like the little like hook of his, it's called his calcaneus, that. I'm gonna like use that to get a nice grip and stand up, yeah? Yeah, nice, good job. That was better. Yeah, so pretty much everything was right, but your collar tie was probably just like a little bit weak. Okay. So you stand up. So rather than just like kind of, you just kind of had your hair, that's not really going to move him very well. We need to get like a good, like I'll make like a hook with my hand. I'm going to be getting a good club on his head to drive him over, yeah? But yeah, if you just kind of slap him in the face, it's probably not going to work. Be funny, eh? So have your head nice and low, Lee, that's it, yeah. Not bad. Yeah, make sure the head's low. You all right?
No, my ribs hurt.
Your ribs hurt?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. Saturday's fighting
Saturday maybe, yeah. That massive giant that you slayed. That's it.
I grab that, and then I come up on this knee, right? Like,
That's it, yeah.
but then this happens.
Yeah, but you're just going to pull your arm out, aren't you?
Okay, I couldn't.
Once she goes down, I would like release that and just stick with the ankle grip and stand up.
Because my default is go to something.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Default, it's
If you're just like here, she's going to armbar you, isn't she?
No, because even if I do that, and you take it out, I'm going to do this.
Yeah, I know, but there's always something later, isn't there?
Because I'm defaulting on the next step.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why, but I'm defaulting in something else.
Because you're so good at what
Yeah, just so good at jiu-jitsu, that's why.
Guys, of course I am. Are you kidding me? I'm the worst person.
Good job. All right, guys, let's look at the last one. So we'll stick with like the ankle pick theme, okay? But sometimes people are going to be, as I walked around, I kind of said the same thing to a lot of people. Like, if Will's coming in and his head's not low enough, like, I don't want to be like kind of coming up here reaching for it. I'm only going to hit it if he comes in, his head's really low, like maybe he's looking to like grab hold of my ankles, things like that. That's the perfect time to get that one. All right, so if you have to stand up and reach for it, it's not the right one. But we could still use like an ankle pick. So if he's leading in, but his head's a little bit high, all I'm going to use one hand to kind of post him away, and then the other hand's going to be grabbing the ankle. Okay, so if he comes in this situation, I think I can't get that. I'm going to be pushing on the hip and standing up with the ankle. He might not go down. Chances are, if he's a good guy, he's probably not going to go down. But I'm coming up into a nice position to start looking to take him down. All right, really easy one. So I'm gonna get this foot like in a straight footlock style grip. And a really easy one, I'm just gonna grab just above the kneecap and I'm just gonna look to straighten his leg and then just start rotating to bring him down. Okay, I could do that with my hand or I could do that with my forearm as well. It's a nice option. So I'm here, boom. I could frame with his shoulder, pick him up, and then I could look to put my forearm down on his knee just to take him down. All right, and we're gonna add a little bit of rotation in. If he steps back, we can just switch sides. So as I come in, I look to go here, I'm just gonna switch sides. Okay, this is another way I like to take people down from this kind of high foot, is I started here, I give it like a nice uppercut, double uppercut, and then I can just kick his leg out and take him down from that position as well. All right, so we can practice both of these, getting that reaction. So I'm coming in, I go for here, and now I just swap my hands. Same thing. Uppercut, uppercut, kick the leg, get a knee to the face for my efforts. All right, let's run through that and I'll come around and give you a hand. That's a stellar rash guard. Very impressed. That's for the father-in-law. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's go. I'm going to Australia to meet my alpha, probably racist father-in-law. What should I wear for the first jiu-jitsu session? This is perfect. How can I express myself in one rash guard?
It's all about self-deprivation in Australia. Apparently.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I like it. I like it. I think like you need like a little bow in your hair as well.
Come back at some point. Probably.
Little bow in the hair, maybe.
Nah.
No.
Mullet. Yeah.
Mullet. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's proper Aussie.
Off the bat.
Yeah. Let's go. Got to fit in. That's it. Pink belt. It's the only belt he earned. So don't just go down, because you won't go down in real life.
How do you know that?
All right, maybe you will. But I would have thought you'll probably be like, trying to get your leg out.
I guess that could happen too.
Yeah, this is what will happen. You could do it like that. There's many, many ways. Yeah, awesome.
You are like that. I don't care. I don't like fancy stuff.
Just go for the double uppercut. Bang, bang. And then kick the leg out. So inside reach. You can do it like, you could do it like that. Yeah. All right, but the way I did it was like this inside reach and the hand on the hip. And make sure you grab him right down at the Achilles. And you're using that to get up. So pushing him away, that makes the foot light. And you get up, good. Excellent, nice, not bad. Not bad. So that's fine, you can do it. So you reached on the outside, which is fine. All right, I reached on the inside, because the only reason I did that is as you reach on the outside, if you step that foot back, you can go to like the same side again, that's fine. There's loads of ways you can do it. But just today we reached on the inside of the ankle, and then came up, yeah? But they all work. They're basically the same thing, just inside, outside reach, that side. So you go opposite hand, reach across to the inside, push to make him light on that foot so it's easy to pick up.
Push first before leg.
Yeah, like moment, I mean realistically it's going to be kind of at the same time. But like, yeah, it's just that push to make him light and then you're picking it up. Not bad. Good job. So the way, yeah, so it says, like I said to those guys, like you can grab on the outside. This is the way you're doing it at the moment. But the way I showed was to grab on the inside. So take your like cross hand. So not the same side hand, it's the cross hand.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm coming in, pushing and grabbing and taking you down. Yeah?
Oh, no, like,
That's it, grabbing the key. That's it. Yeah, nice, good. Excellent, nice work. That's it, yep. Watch out behind you, that's it.
Get enough of the push, and then Will was like, make sure you're pushing them like.
I think it's, what's the purpose of the push? The purpose of the push is just to make their foot light.
Yeah, yeah.
So you don't need much. You're not really trying to get them to move much. I'm heavy, and now I'm like, you know, it's like, it's only a little bit of movement.
A little bit, isn't it?
Yeah. Kazushi. Yeah, oh, 100%, yeah, definitely.
Just at the same time to stand up.
Yeah, boom, and then you could just pull it back into your straight foot, like get your whatever leg entanglement you like, for sure. Yeah, I like it.
And then no one has to stand up.
Yeah, no one has to wrestle at all. To get to where we all want to be.
Wrestle up to go down. I'm having trouble getting myself up, so is that where you...
So what I tend to, so when I'm like playing this sort of thing,
Yeah.
like I feel like this sort of position I can get up like really easy onto my foot and my hand.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm just,
Yeah.
here.
Okay, yeah.
So it's probably that your leg, just find a comfortable position here, like that you could sit and you feel like you could just get straight up onto that, like that weight on that knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, so be in that position straight away. Some people are quite good at like sort of playing quite tight here and they can get up. Other people will have their foot like a bit further back. I find this kind of position I can be quite quick to get that weight up onto that knee and then be nice and mobile. I think your foot's like, you're like playing like this, and this leg is now in the way of me getting up. It's in my own way. If you get it out to the side a little bit, it's a bit, nothing's in my way. No. Just think about like maybe being like out here, something like that. You've got to find it. I don't know. Your hip anatomy is different to mine, so where you're going to be like positioning your legs is going to vary depending probably on how your hips kind of sit. But yeah, if I just try and stand up like this, my legs are in my way. Like so, it's hard. I need to get my legs like back underneath me and out my way to stand up. Nice. All right, time guys, good job. Right, let's have a sip of drink and then we'll do some positional rounds from this position. Top person trying to pass, bottom person trying to get a wrestle up. Knee to the face. It's the danger. It's the danger.
I have 40 days to prepare to become the English champion in no-gi.
Okay, 40 days. That's quite a long time.
Is it?
4-0.
4-0,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
the
that's
4th
good.
of May.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Can we do that?
Yeah, it's like 5 weeks, over 5 weeks.
Yeah, can we do that? Can I become the
I
champion?
don't know. I can't guarantee that. I believe in you, though.
I will follow
I believe
whatever
in
you
you.
say.
Okay, I believe in you. We'll do some good leg locks and wrestling up and all
If you
sorts.
see mistakes, kick me or slap me, that will work. because
This
I-
is on camera. This is a legally binding contract.
Yes, you can kick
Kicking
me,
and
yes,
slapping.
I mean, if I do mistakes, because that's the only way I learn.
Okay, like a dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Corrections.
Did one of those like
Whatever,
Yeah.
whatever.
Well,
it
no, I'm
works.
thinking more like the collar that electrocutes her every time
If
she
you
does something
tell
wrong.
me to wake up at 7 o'clock to go running, I will.
I've got a pocket full of treats in the locker. If you do something good today, I'm going to bring one out and give it to you. All right? No, they're chicken and vegetables.